God damn it, the real actor who just died from Star Trek.
You know
what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, from Green Room?
Yeah, but there's a movie he did when he was younger, and he was in it.
Alpha Dog?
Alpha Dog, there you go.
Oh,
yeah, he was the older brother who was like a neo-Nazi or whatever, and he's all tatted up. And
yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty... I mean, he's a crazy actor.
When he takes a shit in the living room? I think
yeah, that was insane. Yeah, that was pretty funny. Oh, man, that was good.
Yeah, he's been around since... did you ever watch Flash Forward?
What movie is that?
It's a TV show.
What?
From our... It was like a 90s kids show where they were like best friends but neighbors, and they would have the thing that ran across their window, and they would talk to each other through the...
No, I don't remember that.
Cup thing. It was a big thing. But anyway, that was him.
Really?
Maybe if you look it up,
it'll jog some memories if I see some pictures
Flash
of it.
Forward, dude. And he's also in The Punisher.
Yeah, he's the dude with all
Punisher.
the piercings and everything.
Before he was a tough guy.
Yeah, he was a little scrawny dude.
What else should we talk about?
I
feel like there's a lot we could talk about.
What was your favorite scene in the movie? Something that stuck out to you?
Oh, hands down, when Evan is his name, or Josh Hartnett's character sacrifices himself, and he realizes that everybody's going to die if he doesn't basically turn himself into a vampire, so that he can harness their strength, similar to like Blade, and use it against them. Yeah. So, like a fucking G, he's like, I'm going to shoot this vampire blood into my bloodstream, and it's awesome. I think that was awesome. Just that transformation scene, because I found out that Josh used this story. I guess a friend of a friend, he says, used to be years ago was like a heroin addict.
Okay.
And I guess this one time the dude actually shot up bleach on accident.
Oh fuck.
So he asked him how does that feel, and he says that it's a complete, like, your body locks up and is just trying to fight it off. Yeah. And so he said in his mind, that was his mindset, like he pretended that he was shooting up bleach. Wow. And when he does, not obviously when his eyes turn black, but when he looks up, he's able to do this thing with his pupils. His pupils change, and that was actually, he did that himself.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I thought
that's insane. So he can make them like dilate or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's pretty cool.
Pretty interesting stuff. Right?
Yeah, that's crazy. Holy crap. I got one more question. Did you like the ending, or would you have changed it, or what would you have changed about it?
I felt like it was fitting, because sometimes the main player has to die, or otherwise you lose. I feel like the film itself isn't going to be as hard hitting. I feel like because you lose him and he sacrifices himself for basically the love of his life. Like, I know they divorced and things went sour in the beginning, but when you're reintroduced to him and his ex-girlfriend, you can see that connection. You know what I mean, or that romance is still, or that spark is still there. So the fact that he's able to sacrifice himself, I really like that ending. I think it was fitting. It was epic, the way that he's, they're sitting in the sun, and she watches the sunset come up, and you
see him basically get toasted.
That reminded me a lot of how they depict the burning stuff in Blade. I feel like that's how they flake off.
I like the effect of that. That was really cool. One thing I wanted to bring up in the movie was what's the actor's name? He was in Sons of Anarchy.
Boone.
Yeah, Boone. I know it was Daniel Boone. I think that's not a real person. Is that a real
It's
person?
like Boone Howard or
Something Boone. But yeah, when he, he's like, oh, it's my turn to sacrifice myself.
oh yeah,
And he crashes, he kills a number of vampires, and then he crashes into this building, and he's like, okay, this is it.
he takes it's like a big snow plow.
Yeah, it's like a snowplow.
thing, construction.
Yeah,
thing.
and he crashes into the side of a building, jumps out, and he's all, bleeding and stuff, and he gets this box, and you see that there's a couple of flares and with some dynamite. And he's like, yeah, I'm going to blow myself up. And then he lights it, and they're all inside the building. And then it blows up. But it turns out he didn't die. He
didn't die, and he didn't take out anybody.
Yeah.
I think that they were just like,
Yeah. Which was, I thought it was actually pretty funny. Because, he thought he was going to go out, all heroic and the blaze of glory. But
well, they make him. Yeah, they made him like the very rough around the edges.
Yeah,
doesn't want to look very hard headed.
Yeah,
kind of character.
And he that's funny.
But the vampires acknowledge that, right? They say when you guys meet something that you don't understand, you end up killing yourself instead.
Yeah,
or something like that, which is fucking epic.
Yeah.
They have a lot of like crazy dialogue that it's funny because it's in their language, so they don't know what the fuck they're saying the whole time, which makes it creates like this layer of creepiness because you're like, I don't know what you're saying, dude. Like, hello.
I don't speak that. I need Rosetta Stone.
Except for when Danny, the main vampire, there's that chilling moment, which might be my other favorite scene, when they're using the chick as bait and it's not working, so then they're like, fuck this, we're gonna kill her. Mm-hmm. And she's like, please God, don't kill me or whatever. And he's like, God, and then he looks up
and he's looking around,
and he's like, no God.
That was a good one. That was a
the
good
only
scene.
English they speak, or he speaks, the entire thing. And I feel like it's like that's like now like there's nobody here, just me and you.
Yeah, nothing's gonna stop us.
It's
that's a real chilling scene right there.
Yeah.
Speaking of their language, do you know is that supposed to be from anything, or is it they just made it up?
That was that's one of my swan facts, but
okay.
We can knock that out now. That is completely fictional. They made that up for the film, but it sounds so authentic.
Yeah,
like some ancient, like
some type of old ancient dialect or something that would
I really dug it. Actually,
yeah, it sounded good. I mean, it sounded believable.
And like I said, the fact that you had to read everything that they're saying, I felt like it gave them like a character depth that you don't really see.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
And you said this place they shot it all in New Zealand.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
And I think a lot of the casts are from there.
Yeah,
they're either Australian or New Zealand.
Mm-hmm.
So, or New Zealanders. I'm sorry.
Yeah. One of my favorite scenes from this was probably when he has to cut off his best friend's head.
Yeah.
When he starts to change, and he gets his hand
towards
mauled.
Towards
the end. He gets his hand mauled by the machine or whatever after saving his friend,
mm-hmm.
and he starts screaming. So everyone starts freaking out, like, you gotta stop him, and then they just show the axe go right into his neck, and then you it's not like in a lot of parts of the movie they'll show it hit once and then they won't show it again, and you can just hear the chopping or the thud from
mm-hmm.
hitting the body.
Editing, pretty much, yeah.
And this time you see it every time he hits the head or the neck. You just see the head hang a little more, and then just completely off. Which was, I mean, I just thought that scene was really cool. But
there's an interesting thing about that. They didn't want to. They wouldn't pass the film with that scene. They wouldn't give it an R.
Mm-hmm.
Because they felt it was too it was too gruesome. So that's why they changed his pitch when he's screaming. Like, you can hear him start to scream like the vampire.
Yeah.
So then it's like, okay, it's fine, because then he's like turning into, he's turning into
person.
a monster. Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
So that's why they
loophole.
used that. Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense now. Yeah. You got any Swan facts?
I do, but I feel like I didn't. You asked me more questions than I asked you.
Okay, yeah.
Is there anything you didn't like,
Or
or anything you would change?
something I would change would probably be the end fight scene when Josh punches straight through his mouth into the back of his head. I don't know. Maybe it was just the graphics or the CGI at the time.
Oh, you didn't buy it?
I mean, it looked all right. I mean, it just, to me, it looked. I was like, oh, like I mean, it was cool. I was like, oh, like I remember when I first saw it, I'm like, holy shit, that was insane.
Yeah.
Like he just punched the back of his head out
Because he's almost like losing.
Yeah, and he just throws one Hail Mary punch, like right into his mouth, and it goes straight into his mouth, into the back of his head. You see the back of his head just explode from the back, and I'm like, whoa! I remember the first time I saw it, I'm like, god damn, that shit's crazy. Like seeing it now, and then all the other times I've seen it before. After that, the first time was kind of like, oh, like that's a cool ending, but it could have been like he could have killed him like a lot cooler or something, maybe like King Kong style or something, like rip his his mouth open, something like that would have been cool. Just like
break the jaw.
Yeah, something like that. I don't know, but to me that's probably the only little thing that, I mean, don't get me wrong, it's still good. It's not anything really huge wrong with it, but I think it could have been a little better. But yeah,
cool. Let me add on to that by saying how gangster were those vampires, because they're just like, let our leader take care of it.
Yeah,
they just stand by.
One.
Yeah, they're like, no, we ain't bitches.
Yeah, we're not gonna jump you. This is a 1-on-1.
That was so funny to me. Man.
Yeah,
because they still, and then when he kills the head honcho dude, they back off. It was almost they accept him as that he's now the leader.
Yeah,
it's like they have a kind of code of conduct. Yeah, and I thought that was really cool because it's not really mentioned. It's like an unspoken type of thing, which I thought was really good. But what do you have a favorite vampire movie? Aside from this one, or what's your favorite vampire movie of all time?
Vampire movie. I actually have two that I really like. One that I saw a while ago was Fright Night.
Oh, the original or
the remake. I've never seen the original. I don't know how good the original one is, but I actually like the remake because. I don't know, I just thought it was really cool. And another one is probably Dracula Untold. Mm-hmm. That's the newer one that came out, I think, like 2 or 3 years ago.
I never saw that.
That was supposed to be the beginning point for the Universal Monsters.
Yeah, I remember.
But it did like shitty in box office and stuff, and then so they're just like, no, let's just erase that. But
I think that was 2014.
Was it? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have any? What's your favorite vampire movie?
Oh man, I gotta go with. I have two.
Okay.
I would have to say, The Lost Boys.
Oh yeah, such a good movie. I didn't even think about that.
Which redefined how we looked at vampires back then. I think it kind of created a lot of that mythology, and then the original Fright Night.
Okay.
Yeah, the 80s version is, oh man, hands down. It's like, I feel like Disturbia, basically, it's what Disturbia is with the vampire.
Yeah, exactly.
Pretty much. Yeah, those two are top-notch vampire movies. Yes. But for contemporary, I would say this one, hands down.
Oh, yeah.
I think nothing's really hit me the way that this one did, as far as making them unrelentless, like, you know what I mean? Not I feel like vampires tend to get over-sexualized a lot.
Oh yeah, definitely.
In today's like cinema, so it was fun to go back and see, like, you know, somebody a different take on it at least.
Yeah, because these guys are just ruthless and like you said, unrelenting. Just they're in your face, ready to kill you, and they're not.
And that's why I like it. I like how you don't know exactly where they're coming from, or you know, or why they are in the Antarctica or you know.
I like how they said that we should have came here ages ago.
Yeah,
because that's the place I guess they've never been, and that's 30 days of free food. You know, it's not. That was pretty cool. How they introduced this. It's kind of like a new.